What's up YouTube? Welcome to the channel. My name is Fareed and I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Cardano Scoop. Now, if it's your first time here, I aim to provide everyone in the Cardano community with the latest news, tutorials, and reviews when it comes to the top projects within the Cardano ecosystem. And so if that interests you, make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, then make sure to leave those down below. Now, I'm just getting back from the Rare Bloom event, as well as the cNFT Con event, which took place in Las Vegas and Denver, Colorado, respectively. And I'm just getting done with the uploading process of all of the interviews that I conducted out there. And so if those types of videos also interest you, I'll be leaving the links to those down in the description. In today's Cardano Scoop update, I want to give you guys some quick general Cardano updates in which I want to talk about some of the blockchain stats. I also want to talk about a new light wallet, which is going to be called the Lace wallet, which will be coming to Cardano. And then following that, I do want to talk about a quick spike in cNFT market volume, which we saw about a week ago. And then I also want to talk to you guys about an upcoming Cardano community event, which is the Cardano Summit. Now, after those general Cardano updates, I do also want to talk to you guys about an upcoming stablecoin by the Indigo team, which will be referred to as IUSD. And then I also want to talk to you guys about the launch of the Charli3 Oracle on the Cardano Mainnet. At the very end of the video, we are going to wrap up by talking about the Genius-X Launchpad Testnet. And so without taking up any more time, let's jump straight into the general Cardano updates. And so let me share my screen here with you guys. And as we can see here directly from the IOG website, which is essentialcardano.io, we currently have 103 total projects launched on the blockchain. In addition to that, we also have about 1,100 projects currently building. And then moving over into some of the key highlights, we have the Daedalus wallet, which is a full Cardano node wallet, getting a version upgrade to version 5.1.0. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the Lace wallet, which is a new wallet, light wallet, released by IOG, is currently undergoing beta testing and what they call the Lace Explorers program. In addition to that, Project Catalyst is preparing for funding round number 10. And so if you are planning on proposing, this is probably the time that you want to start to get ready. In addition to that, if you want to be a proposal assessor, you can go ahead and participate. That's actually going to be available once the proposals are submitted. And then if you're just wanting to vote, I believe that that'll be after the proposal assessors and the proposals have all been assessed. And so that's going to wrap it up here for the Cardano Essentials website. Next, I want to talk a little bit more about some of the Cardano blockchain stats. And so I'm going to jump over here into this next tab that I've got opened up here. And what I want to highlight here is going to be the consistent growth when it comes to different factors surrounding the blockchain. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is going to be the growth in wallets that we currently have on Cardano. And as we can see here, within the last 30 days alone, we've gained over 30,000 new wallets. And then we can also see that the total amount of ADA staked has remained pretty constant. And so it does show here that, people are continuing to stake even though the prices may be fluctuating or declining. And then we're also getting about 1,000 to 2,000 new wallets per day on the blockchain. Now, keep in mind that you may have, more than one of these wallets apply to the same person or be created by the same people. And so it's not necessarily a one-to-one relationship when it comes to the new number of wallets that we're seeing and then the actual users coming into the blockchain. In regards to total value locked, we have gotten a slight little rebound here over the past week. However, do keep in mind that the price of ADA has fallen, and so it is a little bit cheaper to purchase on the market. In terms of the average blockchain load within the last 24 hours, we're sitting at right about 60%, which is not too high or too low, seems about pretty average. And so not much congestion right now on the blockchain. Now, one thing I do also want to highlight here is that over the last 30 days, we've gotten more than 200,000 new native Cardano assets minted or built on the blockchain. And we're seeing a constant increase when it comes to the total number of transactions and payments on Cardano. Again, just some very simple news here that I wanted to highlight with you guys. But even during this bear market where it does seem like there's a lot of negativity going around, we are seeing some of the key metrics surrounding the blockchain on the rise. Okay, so that's going to take us through our first two general Cardano updates. Next, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Lace wallet and the Beta Explorers program that I just mentioned. And so again, if you're not familiar with Lace, they're going to be a brand new light wallet coming to Cardano, being built or supported by IOG. And so here I'm on the Lace website. And as you guys can see here, you can sign up right now for the Lace Explorers program if you want to be first in line when it comes to access and testing of this new light wallet. All you need to do is come here on the lace.io website and you can enter your email down here and click on register now. Now you might be wondering what is so different about the Lace wallet that makes it any better than some of the other Cardano wallets that we already have. And so as I mentioned earlier, Daedalus is going to be a full Cardano node wallet, which means that you have to run a full Cardano node in order to be able to actually use the wallet, whereas a light wallet like the Lace wallet right now does not require that. Other light wallets that you might be familiar with might be the Nami wallet or the Eternal wallets. Those are also light wallets. Now, the Lace Light wallet, again, as I mentioned, is going to be developed by IOG. On top of that, it has been fully audited by FIO. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, just to make sure that it's nice and secure. In addition to that, the Lace Light wallet will support hardware wallets, such as your ledgers, and that could be your Ledger X or your Nano S. And then on top of that, it will also support NFTs, as well as host a Dapp connector that will allow for you to seamlessly or very quickly connect to different Dapps. And so again, a lot of these features we have already seen in some of these other light wallets on the blockchain, but it is good to see a new candidate or a new kid on the block. And I'm personally interested in signing up for the Beta Explorers program. And so I'll probably be doing that here following this video. Now, once the actual wallet does become available, I'll make sure to keep you guys posted with updates and tutorials and reviews for the actual wallet. Now, that's going to wrap it up for Lace. Next, I want to highlight some recent market volume that we've seen when it comes to the cNFT space. And so if you guys have been keeping up with Cardano over the past 2 weeks, I would say we have seen a dip in the price of Cardano. However, in the midst of that, we have also seen the two Cardano events that I just mentioned earlier. The first was cNFTCon as well as Rare Bloom. Now, I do think that both of these events did raise the sentiment around the Cardano community, which could potentially explain why we've seen the rise in cNFT trading volume. Again, keep in mind that cNFTCon was solely for Cardano NFT projects. And obviously, right after that particular event, we saw this huge spike in cNFT activity. And so as you guys can see here, I had to move myself out of the way. I'll pop myself back up here in just a second. But prior to the last week or so, we had hit a max cNFT 24-hour volume of about 3.5 million ADA in one single day. Now, we hit this particular number, it looks like around January 18th of 2022. So right after the end of the bull run. And then we also hit it again right around June 7th or June 8th of this past summer. Now, what we just recently saw, again, this was right around a week after the Rare Bloom event, was a 24-hour cNFT trading volume of more than 4 million ADA. And so again, this is a new all-time high when it comes to cNFT trading volume. However, do keep in mind that the price of ADA is significantly less than what it was back in January and June of this past summer. Now, with that said, jumping over into this next tab here, I did want to highlight some notable mentions when it comes to these cNFT projects. And the first is actually going to be the Ape Society. And so the Ape Society, I believe, was trading anywhere around 1700 ADA about a month or so ago, right before they released their staking program. And right on the heels of that and cNFTCon, we actually saw the floor price jump from 1700 ADA all the way to 10,000 ADA, And then most recently, it had actually jumped all the way up to about 15.7K ADA for an ape. And so again, this I think was a big contributing factor to that 4 million ADA that we saw. But it's not just the Ape Society. We also saw other projects that were maybe below their all-time highs get back to that range, if not surpass their all-time highs like we saw with the Ape Society. And so I do also want to highlight the Clay Nation NFT collection. They did participate at both cNFT Con as well as Rare Bloom. I was able to meet Lena and Izzy and just be able to see a little bit more about the project itself. And so again, here you can see that the Clay Nation NFT collection was trading at about, I would say, 2,000 to 3,000 floor price. And over the past week or so, we've seen that jump up to about 3,500 and at one point almost hitting 4,000 ADA. And so this is really good for the Cardano NFT market. And I think right now is a great time to be scooping up some of these NFTs that are potentially on sale before we see a full-blown rebound within the ecosystem. And so that's what I wanted to share there when it comes to the market. And next, I want to talk a little bit about the Cardano Summit, which will be taking place in Lausanne, Switzerland, I believe towards the latter end of this November. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump over onto the Cardano Foundation's Twitter page here. And what I really want to highlight here is just going to be the fact that they've now announced the winners for the different speaking categories. I believe the voting took place over the course of about 1 or 2 weeks. However, it's now closed and they're now started announcing the winners of the different categories. And so, for example, here we have Josh Jones, who is the co-founder of the Cornucopias project, who will be speaking on behalf of the gaming category. Scrolling down, we have Jarek, who is the, I believe, co-founder or potentially the founder of the Axo trading platform, which was previously known as Maladex, and he'll be speaking for the DeFi category. Scrolling down, we have additional winners. For example, here, the Incubator and Launchpad platform. We have Carter Shift, who will be speaking. We also have Pi Lanningham, who is the, I believe, co-founder or CEO of Sunday Swap, who will also be speaking when it comes to the DEX category, and so forth. And so again, I'll be leaving the link to the Cardano Foundation, or the, I'll be leaving the link to the Cardano Foundation's Twitter down in the description below if you guys want to come check out this full-blown list. All right, that's going to take us through all of the general Cardano updates. I know that was quite a bit here, but we are catching up when it comes to updates because I have not been able to post any Cardano Scoop videos for the past 2 weeks. And so next, I want to talk about a brand new stablecoin that will be coming to Cardano. There's been a lot of talk about JED. In addition to that, we've also heard a little bit about Indigo's stablecoin, as well as the Meehan stablecoin, which will be an asset-backed stablecoin coming to Cardano. So it does look like there is going to be a stablecoin rush coming to the blockchain, and I'm super excited for what we're going to have coming directly from the Indigo protocol or the Indigo project. And so if you're not already familiar with Indigo, they're going to be a DeFi project launching on Cardano. I'll leave the link to their website as well as their white paper down below. And what I want to highlight here is that the Indigo team will be launching what they call IUSD, which is going to be their own stable coin in this November. And so within the next, I would say maybe 30 days, we should have a stable coin finally on Cardano. Again, I know we were waiting for quite a bit of time on JED, which should be coming around the corner. And then we also have another stable coin, which is called Meehan, which I actually was able to interview at Rare Bloom. And so if you're interested in finding out more about Meehan Finance, again, I'll leave that link down in the description below. Now, as a part of the IUSD launch from Indigo, they have posted a poll directly on their forum website in which they're basically asking the community for some feedback. And so what they want to know here is if the community also wants to include synthetic assets such as IBTC and IETH, which will be synthetic representations of Bitcoin and Ethereum on the Cardano blockchain as a part of the launch for IUSD. And I'm sure that, as you can guess, the majority of these votes are coming in with a yes. And so the community is ready for not only IUSD, but we're also going to be ready, it seems like, for IBTC and IETH. And so I think this is going to bring a lot of eyes to Indigo if it hasn't already, again, because they're going to be the first stablecoin coming to Cardano. And so definitely keep an eye on them, again, as they release more information. I'll make sure to share that here again with you guys. And for those of you who may be out there just wondering what are the benefits or what is the purpose of a stablecoin? Well, a stablecoin allows people from high inflation economies to store their savings in an asset pegged to a more stable currency like the US dollar. And so it offers a safe place from volatility. Again, keeping in mind that the dollar itself does fluctuate. However, it's not as volatile as crypto can be in certain cases. And so again, it's going to offer you that little bit of stability. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the updates on the Indigo stablecoin. Next, what I want to talk a little bit more about is going to be the launch of the first Oracle on the Cardano blockchain. Now, if you guys have not heard of Charli3, again, they're going to be a Cardano native project aiming to basically bring off-chain data directly to the blockchain and make that available for other platforms that can rely on it. And so that's what an Oracle service or an Oracle provider does. Again, they just bring data that's off-chain, such as token prices, weather data, just real-time decisions and real-time information onto the blockchain. Now, they do have to make sure that the information that they bring onto the blockchain is secure and verified. And so that is something that they do as a company themselves. And so here we have the Charli3 website. Again, I'll leave a link to this down in the description below. But what I wanted to show you guys here is that on October 15th, I believe this was actually right at the end of the Rare Bloom event, we saw Charli3 or C3 announce that their Oracle was officially now on the Mainnet. Now, I have spoken briefly with Damon, who is, I believe, the founder or the CEO of Charli3, and he's talked a little bit about how big of a runway they have when it comes to advantages because of their launch on the Cardano blockchain. And so right now, I believe they're one of the only oracles which have actually launched on Cardano and which are native to the blockchain. However, they do have a competitor in Chainlink. However, Chainlink has yet to actually start building or integrating Cardano into their Oracle solution. And so again, Charli3 is going to be doing a lot of work here. Their token has spiked up over the last few weeks, I should say. However, I do encourage you guys to always do your own research before jumping into any new tokens or into any new positions. All right, jumping back over here, I believe the last item for today's video that I want to talk to you guys about is going to be the Genius-X Launchpad. And so if you're not familiar with Genius-X, they're going to be an accelerator program building on Cardano. And so their goal is to help brand new projects or brand new startups achieve speed and scalability. And so they assist brand new projects with things such as their token design, their tokenomics, their marketing and strategy, and everything in that regards. And so what we have here is a recent announcement on the Genius-X Medium. And if you're not already following them on Medium, I highly recommend that you do that. And this article basically confirms that the Genius-X Launchpad testnet will be coming in this November. And so I'm not going to be able to go through all of the different items that I have highlighted here. However, I do have a fully dedicated video, which not only talks about the highlights of the testnet, but it also walks you through the registration process if you'd like to participate. Now, if you're looking to participate in the Genius-X Launchpad testnet, this will be available to anyone within the US, and there are no requirements as to having to have participated in prior Genius-X or Genius Yield ISPOs. And so the barrier to entry does seem to be relatively low. In addition to that, the Genius-X team will be rewarding users who participate in their testnet with a total of 100,000 of the Gens-X tokens. And so if you're looking to participate, there will be two separate rounds for the testnet, and the first round will be for whitelisted members only. And so if you're looking to get whitelisted, that has to occur anytime between October 24th and the 28th, ending at 10 p.m. UTC. Now, for those who are registered before the end date, again, which is going to be October 28th at 10 p.m. UTC, you're going to get assigned the tester whitelist role within the Genius-X Discord. On top of that, you will also be asked to provide your testnet address as well as your Cardano mainnet address. That way the Genius-X team knows exactly where to send the testnet rewards. Scrolling down to some of the important dates, the wallet registration on Discord for the tester whitelist role will take place between October 24th through October 28th, and that'll end at 10 p.m. UTC. Again, it's important to note that you can register your wallet after this date, but you'll only be able to participate in the second round of the testnet. And so again, the KYC process will begin November 1st at 1 p.m. UTC, and it'll end November 3rd at 1 p.m. UTC. And as a reminder, you do have to undergo KYC in order to be able to participate in the testnet. Now, the first round of sales will be beginning right after the KYC process, which will be November 3rd at 1 p.m. UTC, all the way to November 5th at 1 p.m. UTC. The second round of the TestGens token sale will be beginning on November 5th at 1 p.m. UTC, and it'll last all the way to November 7th at 1 p.m. UTC. And then the distribution of the TestGens-X tokens will begin or will take place from November 7th at 1 p.m. UTC all the way till November 9th at around 1 p.m. UTC. And so again, I'm super excited to be seeing all these different activities, testnets, and projects that'll be releasing updates in this coming November. But I highly encourage you guys, if you guys have not already registered, to do so for the Genius-X Testnet Launchpad. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for today's video when it comes to the Cardano Scoop. We started off by talking about general Cardano updates, in which we reviewed some of the blockchain stats. We also talked a little bit about the Lace wallet and the upcoming Cardano Summit event. We also talked a little bit about the first stablecoin that will be coming to Cardano, which will be from the Indigo protocol, as well as the first ever Oracle to launch on the blockchain, which is Charli. And then we just reviewed the Genius-X testnet for their launchpad. Again, if these types of videos interest you, make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, then make sure to leave those down below. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.